Hey, it's Noelle Toland, and make sure to check out my brand new single, Limbo. You are currently listening to On the Fly with Stevie.
You are listening to On the Fly.
What's up, guys? On the Fly, back again. Night 2 of this week. And guess what? Guess who's back? It's not, like I said in the description, it's not Eminem. Somebody a lot better than Eminem. Miss Noelle Toland is back again. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh yeah, like I said 3 times now, so we're almost there. But you got competition though. You got competition. So she's had a big week last week. May 26th, her new EP, The Moon Will Pass By, came out. And I'm telling you guys, I've listened, when we first did the interview with her when Limbo came out, I was all about Limbo. And these songs were out, but let me tell you, Limbo may have dropped to number 2 on my Noelle Toland top songs list now. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So tell us what's been going on. I know you've had a busy week, a busy time leading up to it, I'm sure. What's been going on dealing with the release of The Moon Will Pass By?
Yeah, I've been running around like crazy, trying to get people to listen and just promoting it. And I've got a big week coming up too with CMA Fest and preparing for that. I'm playing a 20-minute set with a live band, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, it's just kind of been nuts.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
That is a good thing that you're getting all this attention, and it's busy time. Because let me tell you, listening to the Moon Will Pass By, I've listened to it several times, and sometimes you have to let songs grow on you, but this wasn't the case. Limbo, like I said, when we did that first interview, Limbo, I listened to it at work over and over again, and I was like, this is a catchy song here. And now, oh yeah, put Limbo in with these other 3 songs, and you got something there, girl. You definitely got something. So first comment of the night, Brian Mullen has come in and had said, "Hey Stevie, hey Noelle, Brian and Annie are here." So Brian and Annie have been under the weather a little bit. We're glad to see they're back on the mend. And Brian will be on in a couple of weeks on the show to talk a little Tesla. I don't know if you're are you old enough to remember Tesla?
You mean like
the band? Not the car. Not the car.
The guy who invented
not Nikola Tesla. There was a band. There was a band called Tesla, right?
I'm not familiar with them.
I'm aging. Brian, we're aging ourselves here because Tesla was
what kind of music was it?
It was like 80s rock. Yeah. Okay. They had, you really want to listen to a good power ballad from the 80s, listen to Tesla's Love Song.
Love Song?
Love Song by Tesla. I promise you will like it. Am I right, Brian? Back me up here, bud. Brickshore Media is liking the of course, Nicole. I'm sure that's her. She's here. Hi. Hey, Nicole. Thank you so much again for loaning me Noelle for a little bit of this night. Hopefully we won't have any power outages tonight like we did last time.
I'm so sorry. I
was watching that today. And the look when you froze, when the power went out and you were just sitting here like this, and I remember thinking, I was like, wow, she's really into what I'm talking about. And then I'm like, no, she's not. She's gone. I was like, darn. I thought I was getting some across, really, really a good point across. No. But so let's talk a little bit about, before we get into The Moon Will Pass By, let's talk about, you mentioned the CMA Music Festival that's coming June the 8th. And you're going to be there performing, and there's going to be an autograph session as well. And I'm envious of anybody that gets this Noelle Toland autograph. You're going to be playing at Brickshore 615 live June the 8th at 2 p.m. Like you said, a 20-minute set with a band. And then on Sunday at 10 a.m., you'll be signing autographs at the Fanfare X Hall. So, yeah, guys, get out there. I can't be there. You know, maybe next year we can get out there and be able to see you. But I've got like a wedding coming up this week and then another wedding coming up the next week. So I'm like, and I've already been put on alert that, yeah, you better be there. So I'm doing my friendly duty.
Weddings are always fun. Weddings are always fun.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah,
good reason to drink champagne.
I'm not a champagne guy. No. Ooh. I tried out. You know, they always made it out like when you were kids, and even when you got to like teenage, like champagne. The way they made it look on TV, like champagne tasted great. People just down in champagne. I'm like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try at a wedding. I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I was like, ugh. No, no, this is not how it's supposed to taste.
What do you like, beer? Are you more of a beer guy?
I'm more of a beer guy. Yeah. You know, I like, I mean, I don't do like whiskey or anything like that anymore. That was an experiment that
Fireball for you, Stevie.
I do take an occasional look. The guy that's getting married this weekend, he's like one of my best friends. And whenever we get together or something, there's like 4 or 5 of us, and one guy always has these shots of Fireballs he manages to have somewhere.
Oh, good.
And he'll throw them to everybody. I'm like, gosh, no, I do not want to do this, but yeah, we'll take a shot of Fireball. But the other stuff, no. I had a bad experience as I think I was sober 21. You know, nobody ever does that under 21. With gin. Oh my gosh. Not gonna happen again, girl. Not gonna happen again.
Yeah, but, I don't love tequila. I love tequila, but
tequila. What's that? How you know how Kenny Chesney said? There's a lot of tequila songs. You and Tequila Make Me Crazy, and then tequila. What's the Joe Nichols song? Tequila
Makes Her Clothes. And then Tequila, isn't that the Shay and Dan and Shay song? That's a good song.
You know, I haven't got really into the Dan and Shay stuff. My daughter was one time, and she kind of went away from it. But you know, they're okay. They sound a lot like don't they sound a lot like Rascal Flatts?
Yeah, I think
so that's too. Who I thought it was the first time I heard them.
Yeah, I remember thinking that too.
Yeah,
really great. But you know, I had a really bad experience with peach schnapps. Peach stuff.
Did it taste too good? Is that what it was?
No, I think I got so hungover.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it tastes good to you, then it can be dangerous when it starts tasting good, and you're like, oh, I can handle this. Because look, I was always like back in high school, I was always like the babysitter. I was the one that looked after everybody. But we had our like beach week after graduation, and I was like, you know what? Not this. I'm not going to do it this week. And man, we got, you know, and my mom, if she's watching, she's probably like, you know, my halo will be a little crooked for my mom after tonight. But yeah, it was going like water. It was just like water. And I was like, this is going to be bad. And it was, I was like, gosh, I don't know why I did that. But now, you know, I'll have occasional beer every once in a while, but it's nothing like I got to go out and get, I'm like, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see about this weekend. So yeah, now that we've got the we've ruined our image with everybody now. So let's get right into it.
Halo's tilted now.
Yeah, the halo is a little tilted. Everybody's like, people are starting to turn away from us. But no, that's kind of like the outlaw country thing. Now, I think you've just become a little outlaw country.
I guess so.
Because of that. But let's get right into it. The moon will pass by. All right. Tell me this. How did you come up with the name for The Moon Will Pass By?
It's a lyric in Sun Will Rise.
Okay.
And I originally was going to name the EP The Sun Will Rise just because it was an uplifting notion. And then as I had released the songs, with Limbo being the last, I just felt I felt I needed to do something different. So I was looking at my lyrics, and "The Moon Will Pass By" stood out to me, and I thought that was a little positive too. So I thought that might be a good title to sum up all of its parts. So that's how the.
And you know, I'm sitting here looking at the lyrics I wrote down, and I didn't even and I wrote that down, that lyric down, and I didn't even put it together that the moon will pass by. Yeah. Yeah.
The sun will rise. The moon will pass by and the sun will rise. Yeah.
So song number 1, I Want to See You Again. And we talked a little bit about with the first time you were on about Steve Cropper. Steve Cropper is in 2 of these songs. He's in I Want to See You Again and A Poor Man's Roses. Talk a little bit again about Steve Cropper, because the guitars on this are pretty awesome. The solo up there is pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's amazing. Listening to his guitar the first time I Want to See You Again. I was in my car and I'd gotten the tape, and I pressed play, and I started sobbing.
Of course. I mean, I can't imagine that kind of moment when you've got to, I mean, you've worked your butt off to get to this point, and then you got a legend like Steve Cropper playing on your song, and then you hear it for the first time. I can't imagine what that would have been like. I probably would have been sobbing too.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have any words. I was so grateful, and it was a pivotal moment for me having him play on something I wrote, because he also played on Poor Man's Roses, as you know, which is the last track that I released, and the last track on the EP. And his guitar on that one too. I mean, it's just like, that's my favorite part, is the guitar solo.
Come on now.
It's like, it's like I love it. I'm like, yeah. He does this. He's got this style that's just iconic.
You can tell it's him.
Yeah, like Soul Man. Dum, dum.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know who Steve Cropper is, you need to look him up. Blues Brothers Band, several different projects he's been a part of, and just a legend. So getting him was big for her.
Well, he wrote Bay, Midnight, Knock on Wood. You know, he's a legend, and I feel like a small little kid around, because I'm so intimidated by his talent and aura, and he's an incredible person, not only musician but an incredible human being. So I'm very grateful.
So song number 1, I Want to See You Again, and the chorus to this. I want to see you again. I want to hold your hand. I want to see you for the rest of my life. Talk about writing the song, because I mean, what was your what inspired you to write this song? Yeah,
I had the hook came first. But it was a lot faster. So when I moved here to Nashville, I had a little, I don't know if I told you this, I had a little boy's beanbag chair. I didn't have any furniture, and I would sit in this little chair. I still have it. And I would sit in the little chair, and my knees would be up here, and I was writing. All I was doing here was just writing. And it hit me kind of like a ton of bricks, but it was like, the chorus was fast, the hook was faster, and it was like, I want to see you again. I want to hold your hand. I want to see you. And it was, it was different.
Right.
But I liked that notion. So those 2 lines stayed in, and then I tried to figure out a story around why a girl would say that. And I love cinema. Like, I'm a huge movie person.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm also an actor, and I've just studied films and screenplays, and there's always that moment in a romantic drama or comedy where the 2 people, and there's a line, and it's been said like ad nauseum so many times, of like the guy or the girl saying, when will I see you again? Or can I see you again? Or I'd like to see you again. Because like, you don't know if you're going to see each other again. Right. When 2 people meet, it's like, so one of them's got to take a chance and say, hey, you know,
I'll tell you, let's see. I don't want to get too corny with this. Me and my wife, when we got together, we talked on the phone one night from 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the next morning. And nobody ever asked anybody out. We just went out the next night, and you know, the rest was history. But yeah, it was kind of like taking a chance there.
Did you guys get together in high school?
No.
Okay.
Actually, it was a friend of mine that she had went out with, and he came to my house and was like, I'm gonna call her. And I already knew, I'd already talked to her, because we were always around each other. I mean, I dated a girl she worked with, and then I dated one of her friends in high school, and I was like, you know, and it finally just when he called her, I was like, she does not want to talk to you. I was trying to save him the embarrassment. I said, she does not want to talk to you. And he called her anyway. And then when I got on the phone with her, she was like, well, I don't mind talking to you, but I was like, oh, really? And she said, let me call you back. And I figured she was just telling me that, but she ended up calling me back, and, you know, it worked out pretty good.
Oh,
and then that you talk about that last lyric, I took a chance and now you're my man. That right there. You know, these lyrics of this song, and I'm telling you, you know, like I said, Limbo was #1, but after listening to this song, as much as I have, I Want to See You Again is now my favorite Noelle Toland song.
Oh, well, I'm very grateful.
You did a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, I had released that around November, in November, like I would say mid-November of 2021, which is not the best time to release a song, I've learned. And I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I just was like, okay, I gotta get it. I felt rushed, and I was like, I gotta get it out. And then I really needed some help.
Right.
You know, with marketing and just, I was trying to do, as an independent artist, you kind of wear all these hats. Like, you have to do everything. Right?
Oh, yeah.
For all my shoots, I do my own makeup, I do my own styling, I do my own hair, I do my, and I, you know, you have to do those things, but like you do in terms of marketing, I was trying to do my own marketing plan and doing everything myself, but, you know, it just wasn't, I needed help. So like several months later, my friend had connected me with Nicole, who has just been, I'm so grateful for her guidance.
Nicole is so nice. And I mean, I can't imagine working with her as much as y'all do, because, you know, working with her, she's really looked out for me. I've said that over and over again, but she's really looked out for me as far as getting you guys over here. And I'm really grateful for that.
She's amazing.
#2, The Sun Will Rise. And these are some of the lyrics that I like from this one. You only miss the sun when it's raining. You only miss your smile when you're crying. Been told no so many times, felt less than zero, and I've cried. As a little FYI, that a quarter's got two sides. Wow. I mean, this song right here was deep. I mean, really deep. I was like, I've got to ask her about how this came along. And another one that fell a little short of Limbo. But,
yeah.
But this was, you know, awesome song.
Oh,
talk a little bit about Sun Will Rise.
The notion came to me in the middle of quarantine. I was living in LA. I was feeling really down. It was COVID quarantine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was just depressing. And there's just this sense of hopelessness everywhere around me. And I was searching for some kind of semblance that things would be okay. And through just self-reflection and maybe depression, I was like, I love you, Nicole. That popped up on, love you, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you, Nicole. We definitely appreciate you.
She's the best.
She is.
But yeah, so I was just like, I just started writing, and I came up with this notion that like the sun is only up for a certain amount of time, and the moon kind of trade. I kind of had this visual of like the moon and the sun trading places, and it can also be said of life that the bad times don't last forever. And
exactly,
and I kind of was just like, it looked like the sun and the moon are the kind of opposite sides of the same coin, kind of like a quarter, you know?
right. It's amazing how you come up with that. So that's what I'm saying. I always tell you, and I've told you several times, I'm in awe of you guys with the songwriting, how you come up with stuff. And like I said, I did one, and I think that maybe another one will come out someday. But yeah, Stevie Fly exclusive, sung by Noelle Toland. That would but yeah, I mean, summarize, like I said, definitely a great song, and didn't get to limbo status yet though. You talk about the movie. I tell you, we were talking earlier. We were talking before we went on the air about how we are going to get Nicole on Nicole.
It happens all the time.
Noelle back on the show, and I think I've just come up with it. I'm going to share it with you in just a few minutes. We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's go to number 3. Good old Limbo, stupid old Joe.
Yeah.
And I don't know who, I don't know if this is coming from past experiences, and I'm sure if it is, you probably changed his name. Because listening to, and I'll listen to Taylor Swift sometimes, but my daughter will listen to Taylor Swift. There's one song that she played. It's been months ago about. I'm trying to think of what the name of it is, but I asked her. I said she's got to be talking about somebody here, and I said, who is she talking about? Yeah. And she said, Daddy, I think she's talking about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, I think
it's the one she's talking about, the $1 million couch and the organic shoes. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, that's I think that's who she's talking about too.
Yeah. So this is Joe. Is Joe a real person?
I can't kiss and tell, Stevie.
Come on, I wanted the exclusive here.
No, but actually, this song had a really weird process. Because originally it was called it was originally called Satisfaction.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, that was the working title, and I knew it wasn't right, but I just used it to write, to get the stuff down. And it was about a girl wanting some kind of closure, clarity, and I liked clarity, but I was like, no, that's not really the vibe. It's got to be something else. And then
that's when you talked. Was it your dad that you were?
Yeah, I was on the phone with him, and I was like, what is this? I can't figure it out. Like, and my dad's like, well, she wants clarity. And I said, yeah, but that's it's not the vibe of this. And then I was sitting in my little beanbag chair and I just started, it hit me, and I was like, Limbo. I go, Limbo rhymes with Joe. And I said, hey, I hate Limbo. Everybody hates Limbo. This is perfect.
Yes, everybody can relate to it. So we know, guys out there listening, we know Joe came before Limbo. So maybe there really is a Joe. Joe, if anybody out there named Joe knew Noelle, you might have been part of that song. I'm gonna crack the code. I talked about Stupid Joe. Time is precious. Don't waste mine. Mm-hmm. Gotta row this boat to shore.
Yeah.
Get that. We've got somebody. I think this is a friend of mine, Robbie Brown, and commenting. He's in here tonight. Get that girl a real chair. Maybe she does her best thinking in that beanbag chair, though. That may be.
Not this chair. You mean my beanbag? Oh, I was like, am I swiveling, annoying Robbie?
Mallory, my daughter Mallory, it must be listening, and because she said, "I bet you think about me" was the name of that Taylor Swift song. So,
yeah, I have to listen. That's a good song.
Yeah, she likes Mallory's a big country music fan. So, and then at the end, the "So Long, Joe." That yeah, that was a good touch to it right there. But Limbo will always hold a special place in my heart because that's the first song we talked about up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's number 2 now. I'm sorry. So no, the last song of this 4-song EP, "A Poor Man's Roses," which is a Patsy Cline cover. What made you? I know you talked before about being a big Patsy Cline fan, but what made you pick this song to do a cover?
Yeah, I was talking with my friend Angel Cropper, Steve's wife, and trying to figure out what cover to do. I wanted to do something that people might be familiar with so they could get a sense of my style. And I thought Crazy was could be overdone. And she suggested Poor Man's Roses. And so I listened to it, and it was I'm obsessed with Patsy Cline. But the original is a little, it's very stylistic, and it's got this bounce to it. And so I wanted to make it a little more modern and added some bluesy kind of twists and changed things around. And it was a fun song. It's a hard song to sing. I think that for me was because it's this bootleg could come out swinging.
It definitely does. I mean, "Poor Man's Rose, Rich Man's Gold." I mean, she did a great job with whoever wrote that. I don't know if it was Patsy or not.
No, it was Bob Milton DeLugg and Bob Hillard, I think.
Okay, so I'm getting a question to come in. I'm going to show you this. Ask Noelle about the True Blood vibe to Limbo.
Yeah, I had envisioned a swampy kind of vibe, and I was trying to figure out what to send to my producer as a inspiration. And the theme song from True Blood I've always loved. And so I sent that. He was like, "Okay, I got you."
I have never watched that show.
It was fun. I think I remember, like, I don't know, so long ago when I watched it, but it was wild.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But the theme song,
I just haven't given it a chance. Maybe I need to give it a chance. But so there's a True Blood vibe to Limbo. Wow. Okay. So, guys, The Moon Will Pass By. Overall, great EP. I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about Noelle here. But
just when I'm off.
No. Oh, shoot. You've heard. Look, every one of these interviews I do, somehow your name pops into it. Because you remember when we did the little 2-minute drill where I gave you all those questions?
Yeah.
Because I always say now Noelle answered this just like that. You didn't have to think about it. So let's see if you can do like Noelle. And a couple of them have, but so you always come up in the other ones.
Honored.
Talking about, let's see, you done got my train of thought going.
Sorry.
Talk a little bit about how, I mean, you've got the big thing coming up June 8th. How excited are you about it? Because that's going to be like, a music video. Is this the first one you've done?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So this has got to be kind of exciting for you.
I'm really excited. I haven't played with a full band since I played at the Viper Room in LA. That was the last time I was with a full band. When I play out in Nashville, it's always been in a round. So I'm, I'm sitting with the guitar and I'm on stage with a few other writers. But it's funny today. I just had this realization. I don't know if it was a year ago or several months, but I remember praying specifically for God to give me a stage to sing on. And I just got chills even saying that now. And I remember praying about it, and I was like, that's what I was praying for. And I said, oh, I was like, I'm going to be on next week, like up there dancing or, doing my thing instead of sitting. I love doing rounds, but there's just something different about standing and expressing, connecting with the crowd. And I'm so excited. I can't.
Any nerves about doing that again like that?
No, No, I think I might just I'm really it might be the actor in me or just the performer. I'm big on preparation. So like I spend a lot of time making sure I know exactly what I'm doing and feel comfortable with myself before I go up there.
Right.
So I think that kind of curbs the nerves if I have any. It's a little there are some because I haven't done it in a while.
Right.
And the first time I'll be performing these 4 songs ever standing up and actually like singing. But once I'm on stage, everything just kind of
once you get it first, it's kind of like I the only way I can compare it to. Hold on, I'm getting another message from my daughter. So let me see what.
Hi, Valerie.
Yeah, she's. I'll talk to you in a minute about that. Only thing I can compare it to, like I played all sports in high school, but before every game, and even coaching now, I coach now. So before every game, I was so nervous that I was like, fidgety, but the thing was, there was a couple of games where I wasn't, and I played terrible, and there's been a couple of. It was the first game I ever coached. Believe it or not, I wasn't really nervous, but we played terrible, and I was like, I apologized to everybody. I apologized to the whole team because I was like, I wasn't even out there. I don't know where I was that night, but every game since then I've been nervous, and I think it just helps me focus more. But
yeah, that's an interesting thing of just having your energy zoned in as opposed to sometimes, if you don't really care, you're just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, because I can look at some player, and I'll tell them like before the game when we go out there, I'll ask them when we get in the locker room before the game, I say, "You're nervous?" And I think some of them are looking at me like I'm supposed to say no.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'll say it's all right if you are, because I was, and I'll tell them the same thing I told you right then. If you're nervous, you're going to focus better.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicole, I can watch it. They're live streaming it. Tell Nicole I need a link to where we can watch this whole weekend. Send me the link because I definitely want to get it out there where people can watch it and I can watch it. Because I'm definitely going to miss this, but it sucks. What I was saying earlier before we'll let you go. I'm going to throw this at you. We did top 10 Trisha Yearwood.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were a big movie buff.
Mm-hmm. Top
10 favorite movies
of all time?
Yeah.
No, that's hard.
Are you up for it? No, don't give it to me right now. I'm saying, are you up for it?
Yeah, but I can't do it like sequential. I have to just throw 10 out there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, however you want to do it. Yeah.
Okay. An Affair to Remember. That's probably my favorite of all time.
So I want you to. I'm trying to get you to come back for show number 4.
Oh, I was like, I can do it right now.
No, I want to get you. This is the opportunity we talked about earlier. How to get Nicole back for another show. So she was about to reel it off right then and ruin my whole chance to get. We're trying to get you to the 5 Timers Club.
Okay, I would love to. I would be honored, and I would love to come back for.
All right, so you hear. Hey, Brian Mullen just said, I'm picking you up for CMA, Stevie. Brian, I would love that. Like I said, I've got a wedding I've got to go to. It's an old friend of one of my good friends. So if I don't go, and the next wedding I've got to go to is one of the guys I coached at high school. So I've got to go to both of them. I can't put this one off. I can't do it. I will never hear the end of it if I don't.
Yeah. Weddings are a good excuse to miss something.
You can see you made it sound like I'm making excuses to miss it. Yeah, jeez. So
a good excuse to like have to miss.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, but I haven't been to a wedding in a while either. I don't like doing the whole dress up thing.
Yeah.
But picking me up for Brian next year, Brian, if we're all still around, you can come pick me up and we'll go to the CMA. So I would definitely, me and Brian will come barreling in there. So what else, or is there anything new on the horizon? I mean, have you been sitting in that beanbag chair coming up with new songs?
I'm actually going in the studio tomorrow to cut
Oh, wow.
a new song. I'm really excited about this one. It's special. It's really special. I'm excited. So I want that out ASAP. But I also have, I've got 4 songs already in the can that are being mixed right now.
Wow.
I'm really excited about. So those will be coming out as well. And then I'll be releasing a couple covers soon. I'm releasing a cover of Walk Away Joe. And
come on now, don't tell me that.
Yeah, and It Matters to Me by Flythe. So,
that's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Robbie, you weren't paying attention, Robbie. I have to get you straight. We're gonna do the top 10 movies. Me and her are gonna compare our list on episode 4. I'm trying to get a way to get her back on here. We had a joke a while back about Tom Hanks on Saturday Night Live being in the 5 Timers Club. Well, we're trying to get Nicole in the 5 Timers Club on here. This is number 3. So before we went on the air, we were talking about, if we did Trisha Yearwood, we got to come up with something else to get her on. So this will be number 4 with the movies. So set that up, Nicole. You hear us now. We're talking. Set that up for us. So yeah, Walk Away Joe and It Matters to Me. Wow. Yeah. And I see now you got me really curious about this one you're talking about tomorrow, because the way you're talking about it's really special. You're killing me with that. So when you come back on, maybe you can have a little more details about it.
We can do that for the 5 Timers Club.
Exactly. That'll be number 5. That'll be number. See, we got it all planned out now, guys. One more time. Let's go over your appearances. Top 10 movies. That'll be fun. Yeah, Nicole set that up. So that must be your husband talking, or boyfriend. Excuse me, boyfriend, not husband. I don't know. I don't know.
But hi, JC Radio.
That's the one last time that Nicole said I was in there the whole time listening, but I didn't know it was her. I didn't know this was her. So CMA Music Festival is next. Let's see. It's a week from tomorrow. Starts a week from tomorrow, the 8th. Let's see. Jim is here. That's who it is. It's Jim. Yeah. You're performing and having an autograph signing, playing at Virtual 615 live June the 8th at 2 p.m. Signing autographs Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Fanfare X Hall. So, guys, if you go there, be sure to check her out. If Nicole, when you get a link up here, let me know. I'll definitely get the link out so everybody can watch. Let's see. We should figure out Noelle's degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon with the movie she's been in. Oh, so you said you were an actor. So you've been in movies. What movies have you been in?
A lot of independent stuff. I've done a lot of
any stars out there that were in the movies that might have been in we can connect to Kevin Bacon?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I worked with Eric Roberts on my first movie.
We definitely can connect him somehow.
That's seriously 1 degree right there.
He's been in so many movies, we can definitely connect him with it. Yeah. So what movie were you in with Eric Roberts?
It was called The Best Thanksgiving Ever. Yeah, that was the first movie.
I'm writing this down because I'm gonna look for it.
I was nervous. Talk about nerves. I was nervous for that scene because my scene was with him, and I was
really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very small part. I play like a waitress at a strip club, so it's just. My name was Stacy, I think.
Stacy from the
Eric Roberts is like screaming my name. It was fun. It was funny. I mean, I was very nervous.
So there we go, right there, guys. You can live stream it on Brickshore Media's Facebook page Thursday, June 8th from 12 to 6. Also be live streamed on the artist's Facebook pages too. So check it out there. Check all the Brickshore Media people out. Guys, thank you so much for Brick Shore for giving me this opportunity to talk to you guys. I really appreciate it. And Noelle will be in the 5 times, but we've already got it mapped out. So Noelle, excuse me, not Nicole. I'm doing it again. Nicole, we've got the top 10 movies, and then when she gets this special song out, we're gonna bring her back on for the 5th time. So the moon will pass by, guys. Check it out on all like Spotify, Apple. Talk a little bit about where they can find you. I know we talked about it both times before. Talk a little bit about where they can find you on social media, wherever they want to find out everything about Noelle Toland.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere all at once. My website is my name, noelletoland.com. And then I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Go ahead, give me a follow, reach out. Let me know what you think of the music. And the music's streaming everywhere you stream music. So iTunes, Spotify. And if you're on Spotify, feel free to give me a follow. I always appreciate it.
Exactly.
And yeah.
You guys need to check her out. I'm telling you, I promise you. This guy that's been in here commenting is a guy I played football against in high school, and we were talking back and forth today. And I said, well, he was in here with us last night, and I said, well, you need to come check us out tonight. I don't know if you're a country music fan, but this girl tonight is really good. So he said, he messaged me about 4 o'clock, said, I'm gonna go check her out real quick, and if I like what I see, I'm gonna be in here. So evidently he liked what he heard. So,
thank you, I appreciate it.
So guys, that is Noelle Toland talking about The Moon Will Pass By. Check her out, guys. Noelle, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast.
And we will definitely see her again soon, guys. And you guys have a great night. That's going to do it for me and Noelle on the fly.